This is a channeled message from Michael Jackson. So this message is going to be a little bit all over the place because I do talk to MJ often on a spiritual level. I talk to a lot of people on a spiritual level, whether they're dead or alive. Anyway, so I remember talking to MJ and I was basically like, you always had such perfect hair. How'd you get your hair so perfect? And he basically had told me that he had to wear wigs for the rest of his life. And when he said he had to, it was like, it didn't really click to me. So all of a sudden, information had popped up where it spoke about him having to wear hair pieces. So I knew that was a intervention from him to let me know that he had to wear hair pieces. And this message is a little bit in his business, but I asked him if he wanted me to share it, and he said he did. I think he just wanted to let people know the vulnerability that he was actually really going through. So then I had another communication, not going to tell you how, but just another communication, and it was him and a short older woman, and I really didn't get too much of a look at her, but I had realized later it was Elizabeth Taylor. So on the other side, him and Elizabeth Taylor are together. It's kind of funny too, because it made me realize how, I don't want to say Michael Jackson's but he's older, he's more of like, he's not one of us, young kids, whatever. So him and Elizabeth Taylor kind of got along in like a catty way, where they were like, I don't want to say gossiping, but like just being a little catty, and like, when you see older people sometimes just chatting about things they don't like type of vibe. So him and Elizabeth Taylor were doing that. His energy was kind of melancholy, like just kind of, I won't say annoyed, but over it in this exchange. And he was wearing an all black suit. He had a hair wrap on his head and a hat over the hair wrap. But I could tell that under the hair wrap that he was bald. And because at first I really couldn't even tell it was him until something made me zoom in on that energy. And he basically was just showing me that he was really bald under those wigs, and that he was, because he looked like a burn victim. And he was basically showing me like, no, I really was a burn victim. So, the image of Michael Jackson that we see and everything like that, we really don't understand how much that Pepsi incident really took out of him, how it really left him scarred for life, how he really was a burn victim. And he's also reminded me to say, there were so many times where he went to see cancer patients and burn victim patients, and they were children. That's just not something really conducive with most pedos, because they only really want to be around children if it's beneficial for them, never to really like give back and to help. 3 on the timer when that airplane just went over. So I just wanted to, share how much of a good soul he had by doing certain things like that, just how he had so much love in him, and how he was in so much pain after that incident, but he always kept a brave face on for us, and that he's doing okay on the other side. And like I said, he spends a lot of time with like Elizabeth Taylor, and I also saw Audrey Hepburn as well. So it's like people like that he's around on the other side, just doing things how we would do on this side. And that's the channel message from MJ.